A win is a win is a win once again. And we're in the cold tub, so let's begin.
Hey. All right. That's right. A win is a win is a win.
Once again.
Once again. How are you, Jake Plummer?
We're in the cold tub again. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. You know, I'm really good, actually. I'm super good. Yesterday, what a win is a win.
It is.
And I got to be a part of like planting the flag and doing the legend thing, seeing you on the sideline. Yeah. Took my family to the game, and like, hell yeah, it was a boring game. It wasn't that exciting.
Boring game.
It just wasn't a lot of like exciting things going on other than me rolling to my left and dropping a dime into the stands and like planting the flag. Otherwise, it was kind of ho-hum.
That might have been the best pass of the game.
Geno Smith threw some dimes.
Yeah.
Bo had a couple decent throws.
He did.
But yeah, there's some issues there. We can get to that, you know, with the non-critical air. Hopefully we can keep it above the scum.
There's a way to talk about the things that weren't great, you know, without being a jerk about it.
True.
But the defense, once again, shows up and just balls out.
Again, yes.
Yeah.
Once again, the defense was insane. And hey, while this is a team win and it's a team sport, offense, defense, special teams has to come through. How many times can the defense do this? You know, hey, they're going to keep doing it as many times as they can, hopefully. And defenses win championships, but we're relying a lot on them to come up in big moments, key moments, and they keep doing it. So let's be happy about that, but know that there's some improvements that can be made to take that burden off of them having to constantly step up and kind of save the day.
I always get a little nervous when the Raiders come to town, even when the Raiders suck, which the Raiders suck. What are they, 2-8 now or whatever they are? But the Raiders always come to play when it comes to the Broncos. Like, I don't know if you remember the Mike Shanahan Ring of Fame game. Yeah. Like, the Raiders sucked, and obviously the Broncos want to put together a good performance in front of Mike Shanahan when he's getting honored. He used to be the Raiders coach, comes here, becomes a legend, and the Raiders came in here and waxed the Broncos. And so the Raiders always sort of have that like big moment versus the Broncos. So the fact that the Broncos were able to quell that moment and win 10-7, even though it was an ugly game. Was it an ugly game?
This was kind of an ugly game because there were some issues that just made it ugly. You know, things that happened, some shanks, some drop balls, some errant throws. The only thing really, I mean, the defense was not ugly. The defense was damn good. And, you know, back to that Raider point, like there's a thing about the Raiders when we were playing, there was an air about the Raiders when they were from Oakland. I think the NFL went and sucked the entire lifeblood out of this nasty ass, cut your throat, gruesome fans that will scream and throw shit at you and put them in Vegas. They absolutely just obliterated this organization. They stole the heart and soul out of Oakland, and I believe weakened this storied organization into what they are now, which is just kind of a ho-hum, boring team. They're from Las Vegas. I said the Oakland Raiders. Vegas, I said the Los Angeles Raiders, and then I was like, no, wait, it's the Las Vegas Raiders.
Yeah.
That sucks to even say. It doesn't sound right coming off my tongue. Bad move. Bad move by the NFL to move the Raiders to Las Vegas. And I feel for you, Oakland Raiders fans, the Oakland people living in Oakland. That sucks. I think it was the stupidest thing the NFL ever did.
It's all about money,
gambling.
It's all about money.
It crosses the line now of like what is against the rules.
Nothing.
It's gross. Well, and the Raiders organization is now not that good. They're not tough. They're not nasty. They're from Vegas. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. What shitty team goes to Vegas is a bad team in Vegas.
Yeah.
Get them back in Oakland where the black hole is a scary place to go play.
They're not going back to Oakland, man. You can't go back, man.
If I was the commissioner, things would be different.
Everything left Oakland. Oakland got screwed.
It's really
Oakland
sad.
got fucked. The Warriors left Oakland. They went across to San Francisco. The Oakland A's left Oakland. They're going to Vegas as well. And
Marshawn Lynch didn't leave Oakland. Marshawn still loves Oakland.
That's right. Gary Payton
is from Oakland. Gary Payton. There's some dudes from Oakland.
Spice One. You probably don't know about Spice One.
Yes, I've heard my favorite spice is cayenne. That's my spice one.
Cayenne Twain?
Cayenne pepper.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the country artist.
No, the spice.
Man, I feel like a woman. And then Too Short was also from Oakland. Did you know that?
Yeah, I don't know. You're from the Bay Area, so of course you know everybody.
Of course I know that.
From the Bay Area.
Yeah, I'm being rhetorical.
I thought Too Short was from Boise, Idaho.
No, there are no
Damn.
Raptors from Idaho.
All right.
Yeah, so we've been pretty critical, not we, but people on the special teams unit of the Broncos. And aside from a lot of those shanks, those cross shank redemption yesterday, dude.
Nice.
Friggin' Jeremy
We had Will
Crawshaw.
Klutz and now the cross shank.
Cross shank. But there was some bad
Did he
punts.
get redemption? Did he get any redemption?
No.
Any punts
Next
that were
week's
worth
gonna be
anything?
Next week's going to be the cross shank redemption.
Dude, I'm telling you, this punter could be a big difference going down the end of the season by stop bouncing it on the one into the end zone. Let's get some balls out of bounds at the 1 or 2, because if you put our defense down there, we're going to get the ball back. That's field goal.
Well, they drafted him, man, this last year, and it's very rare that you draft a punter because this guy has a crazy amount of talent. Wait, he's from Australia.
A punter or a kicker.
He's from Australia.
Never.
The Australian punter farm.
Draft a punter or a kicker.
Yeah, no, really.
I would draft a punter kicker if there ever is going to be one.
Save a roster
ridiculous.
spot.
Yeah, you save a roster spot is kicking. Do both jobs. Why can't you kick a field goal and punt?
You should be able to.
If there's a guy that comes out like that, I'm drafting you in the 3rd round.
First round pick.
No.
Top 10.
Sorry.
That's a franchise. You build a team around a guy like that.
You mean, what do we call him?
A picker.
Can't go the other way. Watch out.
A gunter. No, we can't call him
Can't do that.
Okay,
yeah, it's cross shank redemption.
Cross shank.
I hope he gets some redemption.
Yeah, we're
back to it.
Back to it. Back to it. But you got to win. You got to win. The Broncos are 8-2. They're atop the AFC West. So the only team in the NFL right now with 8 wins.
And to be 8-2 and probably getting like your ass chewed and feeling like you shouldn't be like it's tough as a player. Yeah. It's a player. I hope that the leaders are stepping up and saying, we know we can do better. And you can't go freak out and go try to we got to fix everything. You got to just establish an identity on offense. I'm watching this offense have brilliant moments and then moments where you're like, what is this?
Yeah.
What is their identity? Every good offense has an identity that they hang their hat on something they can do against anybody, and they do it well. And I'm wondering what it is that this offense can do well whenever they want. Not sure yet.
Well, let's get into the film and see if we can help figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, they got a lot of people working very hard to do just that over there at Dove Valley, powered by Common Spirit. But we're going to get into these plays right away. We're going to start off with a really lackluster attempt at a block by Adam Troutman. And, we've been trying to extend Adam Troutman some grace here and the tight end room in general, some grace. But it seems week after week that they're kind of coming up short.
They're weak. This is weak. This is I don't know about you, but back in the day, you had some coaches, tight end coaches, that you'd have had an earful of some nastiness up in your eardrum for going out there and getting abused by this guy.
That's a safety too. You're a big tight end.
This is our identity on offense. We throw the ball behind the line of scrimmage all the time.
Yeah.
And people are like, keep doing it. You're not good at it.
Yeah.
Your guys outside aren't good at blocking. And we're going to just keep coming up and stuffing you and taking this beautiful, talented young player here and not giving him an opportunity. And so it's hard to be critical, but here's just a guy getting beat. And when you get beat, you got to be pointed out. And I'm sure he's a few other times I watched Troutman and we lack at the tight end spot. I mean, I'm going to say it. We don't have even a group of guys that can get it done. It's just that position to me is one of the most important positions on any offense. And right now it's seems to be like no one's stepping up and claiming that position. They're showing signs at times, but there's where your tight end's got to drop a sack and make a block.
Yeah, he's playing a little patty cake there, a little pussyfooting around a little bit.
Maybe in his defense, it's a timing thing too. Because if you go too soon, it's a pass, it's PI.
I've done both kind of blocks. Sometimes you're in space like that. You can't just attack like you can out of a 3-point stance when you got a defensive end in front of you and you're just going to meet. But at the same time, he just waits on him.
Thrown back into
he waits on him.
Back.
He waits on him, and his hands are really weak, and he has no base, and he doesn't really deliver a blow. There's no force. He just gets pushed backwards, and then the tackles.
What Harvey wants is for him to make a decision and go there and get your ass kicked going left, get your ass kicked going right.
Go shoot your shot, Adam. Go shoot your shot.
Go get your ass kicked, and Harvey will react to whatever ass kicking you get. Here, you got your ass kicked into his lap.
Be aggressive.
That's tough.
Be aggressive on that guy. Make him choose a side, and then Harvey will go the other side.
BAGGRISSIVE. Be aggressive. I think
that's what they have to be singing in the locker room before the game to avoid moments
at the same time
like that. Be better, Adam Troutman, be better. All right, Adam, not the only guy who has to be better here. Now we're going to watch Bo's interception here, and before we do, I mean, I'm sitting there on the sideline in the first half of this game, just like, what is going on? Why can't you play catch with these guys? You're doing quick passes, and you're either dirting it or you're throwing it over their heads. And the point of quick passes is to get the ball in their hands early and let them make a guy miss, let them make a move, get it in their hands, and when you can't hit them in the numbers, it really makes the job difficult on the receiver. And here's another example of Bo just kind of winging a ball there. And just, I know Troy Franklin slowed down a little bit, but what'd you see here, Jake?
Yeah, I saw that. When Bo went to scramble to his right at a moment there, Franklin slowed down. And then this took him out of being able to at least get a hand on the ball. And as a receiver, it's tough because, yes, he's running away from me. But Bo's showing that he's fearless. He's going to pull the trigger. What I didn't like to see after this, I did not like to see that this guy's live. And if you look back, guys are standing around. They weren't going to pursue this except one dude. Here he comes. This dude wants it. 13 wants it. He knew how important this was. At this point in the game, you let them go back, you're going to give up 3 points. So he ran down there, made a tackle. But if you look when the ball's released, there's receivers just standing and watching. Let's watch and see. Like, they're not even running down the field to see if he catches it. And so there's just a lot of coaching points, and they're going to get their ass reamed after this win. And that's, it sucks as a player because, hey, we're winning and we're on top of the division and all this, but we're actually showing we're exposing ourselves to some signs of weakness on offense, but things that can be corrected, things that can get better. And that's what they're going to work on in this like kind of extra few days, sort of like hybrid bye week.
Well, they're out. They're not there today. They're back Monday.
Yeah.
So they're going to have some time.
Yeah,
to think about this.
That's good.
To get away. It's important to get away.
And this is okay. Bo goes to the right, and Bo's ready to make plays, and that's what I love about this kid.
Absolute wrong throw, isn't it, Jake? I mean, why are you
I don't know. I mean, you throw it down there, and if Franklin doesn't slow down, he might make this catch, and then it's a great play.
Okay.
It's one of those things. He's taking a shot, and in the situation of the game, it's the second quarter, and it's 40 seconds. I mean, this is like a punt, Yeah,
but you're trying to get points.
You're trying to get points, but let's know like what Bo can do that's really special is make plays like that. So how does he decide when not to and when to? And that's what the thing is. What Bo can do to help this is the other times when he bailed is to not bail and to step up, and we'll get to some of those. But when Troy slows down, I don't know that he's going to do that. I'm leading him. He slows down. Now it's 2 feet in front of him. If he doesn't slow down, maybe it's just a collision and an incompletion.
Also looks like Troy's running a post.
Never know.
He looks like he's running a post and he's throwing it back outside of him. There, I don't know. It's not
this is young Bo's tendency to like feel unflappable and want to make plays.
Yep.
And you can't take that away from him. If we start taking that away, then we take away his essence.
Don't want to take away his herbal essence. Let's move along. we got a 7-0 in the second quarter here, and Bo bailing right again.
Yeah.
And dumping it off to his guy who gets his wiener ripped off.
He's bailing right and back, usually back and right a lot. And it's concerning because right here, there's no reason to go to the right from what I can see. There's a pocket there. Stand there and find a receiver.
Yeah, he had Evan Ingram there. And Evan Ingram was giving him hands there too, saying, I'm open, even though, Evan Ingram hasn't really been a guy who's inspired a lot of confidence.
So here, that end zone copy is nice, but you can see like it's rhythm. There's not a rhythm here. And I don't know their offense, but I imagine Drew Brees didn't make the Hall of Fame by just having one target. I mean, he was going through progressions on rhythm, staying on count with his receivers. If one's not there or you can't see him, you hitch up and you go to number 2. If he's not there, you try and get to 3. If not, you take off and go get a seam, go get 3-4 yards up inside, up in the interior, start moving forward and not always bailing right. And you're hearing me say this, and I sound like a broken record, but Bo did this a few more times in the game, bailing right.
Yeah.
He did this last week and got Harvey blown up, bailing right. There's a pocket. His linemen are doing the job, and he's got to just get coached on right here, hitching up, not getting wide base, just hitch up, keep the ball ready to throw,
He can
and
run
find
if he
somebody
wanted to.
and possibly run. Yeah.
So there's a comment on the previous play. I think that was to the previous play, David, but it says, who's he supposed to throw it to there running from rushers and Max Crosby closing in? Well, throw it away. I mean, I guess. I mean, it's better than, you have 3rd and 15, and yeah, that's not a great down and distance to have, but I guess.
I don't know.
I mean, you're trying to make a play, but we'll give him a shot at it then. I mean, let him go up and get it.
Yeah, but don't stop on your route, young receiver.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just that's not going to be Bo saying, "Oh, Troy stopped on his route." That's just Bo going in silently, going, "Hey, man, I'm going to give you shots, chances. I can't have you slowing down on the route. Keep going. Don't ever stop running." I told my guys that all. Don't ever slow down.
But don't,
because if I see you running, I don't know you're slowing down. Run.
I know, but
keep running.
As a quarterback,
I'll throw you open.
Aren't you taught not to throw across your body?
My last throw as a Bronco was rolling to my left across my body. I threw a haymaker to Javon Walker. He got tripped, and it was an interception.
Yeah.
If he doesn't get tripped, it's a great play.
Yeah.
And I may not get benched for the second half. Who knows what happens? Anyway, quarterbacks want to make plays. They know how to make plays. Bo knows how to make plays. My worry, like I said, is not that play. It's him bailing to the right and getting off of his first too soon, not even going to 2 and bailing.
Yeah.
Like, get into a rhythm. Sean Payton, get him into some plays that require like 1, 2, 3 rhythm passing, work the pocket. Did he get hit in the game yesterday?
I don't think
because
so.
He's playing like a quarterback that got his ribs broken.
Well,
because when you get popped, you all of a sudden start seeing ghosts and feeling that pressure too soon. Bo hasn't really been popped that hard. So like,
he broke his back. He had 3 broken bones in his back last year and played through them.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if those are bothering him.
You just never know, man.
Yeah.
You never know. But like, there's times where like he's got great awareness, but he's not trusting his perception of how close that guy is. Because in this game, Tom Brady has made the Hall of Fame by allowing guys to like touch him. Ben Roethlisberger would let guys grab him and he'd work through it and he'd work that pocket. So working the pocket is an art and it takes time. Like, this is a young quarterback. He's going to get better. It took me years to get good at that, or proficient enough to be able to do it. I wasn't great, but I could do it. So like, you got to get into that system where you go and trust your lineman to go 1, 2, 3. And sometimes you're going to get sacked. It's okay to get sacked.
So are you saying that the plays might be a little confusing? There might be a little too much on his plate that's not allowing him to feel comfortable in those sorts of skills, developing that skill set, but he's got so much on his mind. I mean, they're doing personnel changes every other play, and this is all going on.
Yeah, and then they're letting him throw some deep comebacks and a dig or two in the third quarter last week, and then now we didn't see hardly any of that.
Yeah.
But then when they do call it, he's coming off too soon.
Yeah.
And actually you see him whenever he pumps. His first pump is probably his first when he should throw it, but it's not wide open. So it's like, you got to trust that when I'm ready to throw it and I think it's there, throw it, let it go. I'd rather see you let it go and a linebacker pick it when you're on rhythm to a guy rather than to not, and then to get off of him and bail right. Now the play's over. Your guys just got open, but you aren't trusting that system to work. And so it's hanging your hat on something. And having an identity as an offense. Are we a running offense? Are we play action? Are we screens? Are we gonna? What do we
definitely
do?
Not running, because they ran the ball the first 3 plays of the game to J.K. Dobbins, didn't get a first down, and never went back to him.
Yeah, but when he touched it, he got yardage. I mean, this kid.
And I sense his frustration, man. He's out there. He has a 4 or 5 yard run. They pull him off the field and put RJ Harvey on to do some slick little screen pass or some shit.
It's interesting because they have talent. We've seen them at times look really, really good, but it's a win win once again, but we're relying on the defense a lot, and the defense will get tired at some point, especially if you're not playing at home at elevation.
Yeah.
You're going back to somewhere else where like they might not have that edge to get the offense to be really tired.
Right.
Because Oakland looked tired late in that game. They were tired. See?
Oakland.
I can't go to Vegas. I can't say the Vegas Raiders.
Yeah.
It makes me want to throw up in my mouth.
Yeah.
Goddamn Oakland Raiders.
Yeah, I know. All right, let's move along to another play here. We got we got the play call of the year here by Sean Payton on 3rd and 1 on your own 36-yard line. You need points. It's tied. And you decide on a double pass to Cortland Sutton.
Go ahead, Sean.
Yeah. So you're not a fan of that play call?
I'm not one of these guys that wants to be critical.
Yeah.
Because I hear them on the radio. They sound like same that they did 25 years ago when they were criticizing me at 7-4 because I wasn't blah, 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 whatever. This right here is how you end up ruining a season, I think. By seeing that this is what we're going to go to on 3rd and 1. And I mean, as a player, it's fun to run trick plays and double screens and blah, blah, blah. But like, let's get real right here. This isn't the moment of the game, but it's a key time where you're tied. You're on a drive in the 3rd quarter. You have a chance to continue this drive, eat up the rest of the clock and go up a touchdown. And we're going to throw the ball 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage to a receiver to throw the ball. This is like trying to throw the ball to Bowles in the end zone. Hey, Bowles, I got the new play for you, Coach Payton. When we're on the 2 next time, let's split Bowles out to wide receiver and run a fade to the post. That's as dumb as that.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
That's as dumb as that. This is a horrible call, and I will be critical because as a quarterback, I'd have been like, what the fuck are we doing this for? Why are you calling this?
Would you have run it?
It's not even a yard. Give the ball to your running back twice. We go for it on 4th down all the time anyway. This is taking you out of field goal range. This is everything wrong with trying to get too cute and not having something to hang your hat on, which is the run game, which is a line that likes to block, run, and a running back that likes to get downhill. This is sad right here.
And this is where like probably the defense is sitting over there on the sideline like, what the
and this is where a Kansas City Chiefs team goes and sticks it right back up your ass and says, great call. And they go burn you when you don't have a defense like we have that can come through against an offense that was not performing well with those Raiders. Yeah, I don't like this call. I think at one point I didn't catch this live, but I watched the replay. I was like, what are they thinking? You know, like just run the ball, just run it. It's seems kind of silly. I love that Cortland was looking to make a play though.
Yeah, he's got it. I love that. What else is he gonna do?
He's looking to try to do something. Like he's probably going, what the hell's going on? You know, like I don't know. What's your thought on this?
Yeah, my thought was Sean Payton pulling his thing out and wanting to stroke it in front of everybody.
And maybe because they repped it in practice, you got to call it in the game.
Well, that's what he was asked about that in the press conference. He said, "Yeah, that play's been up for a couple weeks now, and
worked well in practice.
Situationally, we find the time to do." No, man, like you're gonna lose your team that way. You're gonna lose your guys. They're gonna lose confidence in you.
You're gonna have an 8-2 record and not be that good.
But is that possible to be 8-2 and not good?
Yeah.
You don't think the Broncos are
when
good?
You make calls like this?
Yeah.
And you can't hang your hat. You can't have an offense that's this offense steps up. We saw them late in the game step up in the 4-minute drill, which we'll get to here in a minute. But at times when they need to, they do step up. Who's stepping up for this team right now? Vance Joseph in the defense.
And J.K. Dobbins is when you give him the ball.
Yep.
He'll get you a yard. He's patient. He knows how to wait for that hole to open up, and he knows when to put his head down. He knows when to wiggle. He knows how to get that yard. Yeah. He will get a yard.
That's even a 4th down situation too, right there. If you don't get it, go for it on 4th.
Well, it was windy. I mean, it was windy as hell, and Crawshank was all over the place, so you could see the ball. And Will Lutz tried a 59-yarder in the wind, and it bounced
right into the wind. That was tough.
Yeah,
it was short.
So the kicking game wasn't good last night. And so, it was.
And it wasn't good for the Raiders too, because
they missed that one.
Thankfully, they high snap missed that field goal. It was a big one, big miss.
Yeah. So no, I think everybody on the sidelines looking at Sean like, what is that, coach?
And that's where, I mean, JK just got here, right?
Yeah.
So he's not an established 1,000-yard guy that's been on this team, but at some point, it's Bowles.
Yeah.
Bowles going and saying,
"What are we doing, coach?
What are we calling this for, coach?"
Yeah.
Give us a chance to do what we do, is create a hole for JK to get a yard, and we extend this drive.
Yeah.
Take it into the 4th quarter. So that's where players sometimes have to question the coaches, because that call right there is questionable.
Yeah. All right, let's move along to another play. This is a play we kind of went over in the walkthrough a little bit. The Evan Ingram sort of little out and up thing that he does. It's not from the exact same formation, but it's a similar sort of play. And he ends up kind of in no man's land there. But Bo Nix dirts it. One of several dirt shots he threw yesterday.
So they ran this play earlier, and Ingram was on the right, and it was when the ball was dropped. The running back dropped the ball. So they run this like it's not a route. So when you're a quarterback, the worst kind of route to throw to is someone that's running straight away from you, but drifting also.
Yeah.
Like you want them to go up, plant their foot, and come out. So
It's
I know
like the RJ Harvey one that we talked about too, that was drifted on him. It's
yes,
the same
they
thing.
like this route, and it's come up big and had some positive outcomes. But here,
had they hit one of them before? I haven't.
Yeah, they got Harvey a touchdown last week.
Oh, but that was a little bit different.
It's a little bit different, but they keep running these bubble screens
you're right.
and letting the tight end go out. And so they fake the bubble screen, and here he is running away from Bo at an angle that makes it hard for Bo. He doesn't know where he's going. This DB now can kind of – I remember in recess in like the 5th grade, and I play safety, and I just kind of like wait, and I'd see a guy running, and I'm like, oh, he's going there, and you just kind of bait him. They're baiting him right here. And so if we just get like a smash concept, Ingram goes up and on the 5-yard line, plants his foot and goes to the cone. Now I know, okay, if I see that safety lined up over him and he's cutting out, all I got to do is hit 5, take a hitch, and throw it to the cone.
Yeah.
Done deal. I've done my job. Now it's Ingram's job to go get it. But here he's running away from me. I don't know what he's doing. He's running all sideways, not sure. Yeah, again, I think this can be cleaned up by just putting some concepts in on this. It's a high-low. Let the running back and tight end there have a one-on-one, each one of them, and maybe we get a better result here. But Bo's feet are a little unsettling. He's really antsy. He's not settled. He's unsettled in the pocket, and that's more the concern that I have.
They don't really run that smash concept much.
No.
And it's a kind of a staple of offensive passing game football.
Yeah, he gets real quick here. I mean, and he's feeling that guy for the right tackle, kind of getting his lap, but it's like, no, he ain't there. That's not worth getting all crazy. And Bo's going to work on his feet. Bo knew this as soon as it happened, and that's
he just
the
tries
thing.
to arm it like halfway through his thing.
Yeah, he's just Well, you see, like this route allows a DB to like stand there and possibly you don't know where he's going. So if we could get a definitive, like plant your foot at the 12 and cut to the back corner or run a bench route coming back to the pylon, I think it just makes it easier for a quarterback to know where the guy's going to be.
Yeah, but I think that's too simple, Jake. We got to do something tricky and fancy and with a new personnel group.
Yeah.
You know?
All
right. So, okay, we've been critical of the special teams has had its issues so far this year, and special teams coach Darren Rizzi has been under the microscope. But the Broncos came up with a big special teams play. JL Skinner blocked this punt here with his face mask.
He got skinny.
He did get skinny, and he came up with a really huge play, 7-7, when really nothing was doing. Your offense wasn't moving the ball.
Great play.
And
I love block punts.
Bang.
That's so sweet because you're about to go out on offense. And you're like, oh, man, I hope they, this, that. And then, we get the ball there. That's amazing.
Ooh.
So pregame, I have my kids on the sideline, and it was really fun to just be down there. And my kids were like, 34 sure is skinny. And I'm like, he's tall and skinny. I was like, yeah, his name's Skinner also. And they were laughing. And here he goes, stepping up, making a huge play.
Yeah, he's a special teams core member. He gets a little bit of run on defense here and there, but he's a guy who's on all four. And he's, a big part of this team.
And here's something like what happened after this. That's the key.
Yeah.
This is where, a good team, and we are a good team. And if we want to keep saying that, it's where you take this ball right here and it ends up as 7.
Right.
It doesn't end up as 3 or nothing. You got to take this ball in, and here I go sounding like those guys on the radio. You got to score on this one. But like this
when you get the ball at the 15-yard line.
This is that opportunity that you're waiting for and you're wanting. These are those
ball at the 10
plays that then now you got to find a way somehow, some way. What's your identity? What is our identity? Let's get this ball in the end zone because, you put teams away that are no good.
And JL Skinner, just like you're taught, take the ball off his foot with your face.
Yes.
That's how they teach it. He reached out his hand, but he was so long and he was in there.
Chin.
He just took it off the face mask there. Just shows you what kind of penetration he got there. And they really, a lot of guys were in on that.
And special teams, let's not forget, like we've hit some game-winning field goals.
Yeah.
So that's huge.
Yep.
Special teams has stepped up at the right time. So they're going to have to keep stepping up. I mean, in the way it's going with the offense and the defense, I mean, field position's huge. So the punter, I'm hoping is going to start like dropping some of those punts short of the goal line.
I think he's trying.
But when you're kicking them and they land on the goal line, it's just like, of course, it's it's easy to say it and hard to do. I was an all-state punter in high school. So
yeah, right, dude.
look it up. I was all-state punter.
Really?
Yeah, man. I played quarterback and I punted. The more you can do, baby.
I was a kicker. I was a place
and
kicker.
I was a holder too.
I was a place kicker.
You toe punched it, didn't you?
No. Because I played soccer growing up. I know how to kick.
Yeah, you know how to kick. Cool. I know how to kick.
I was the emergency kicker with the Broncos. Did you know that? You had left, but I was the emergency kicker and the emergency quarterback.
Here's a question: can you drop kick?
No, because nobody can.
Oh God,
that's
Doug
like old
Flutie
school,
did
bro.
It. Doug Flutie did it in a live game in the NFL,
yeah.
And that's why I think Doug Flutie's the greatest quarterback to ever play in this game.
Because he did that,
and plus he's still the greatest quarterback to ever play.
Flutie was
at 5'6", and he does what he did.
Yeah, let's look at Crawshank here.
Oh, boom!
Crawshank. So
I missed my foot, coach.
Well, the interesting thing is, like, Sean Payton was asked about this. He was asked about this last week. He was asked about this week. He said it's the drop. His drop is screwed up. It's not his leg. It's not his foot. It's the way he's dropping the ball. He's just dropping it wrong. And like, okay, why are you dropping it wrong? I mean, I don't know. He also catches it weird. We can't see that here, but he's like, he kind of catches it like he's a squirrel, like holding a nut. Like he doesn't catch a football. I don't know. He just catches it. So I don't know if the catch has something to do with the way he's dropping it. Maybe he's catching it and his hands are weird, but maybe they can teach him just how to catch the ball like an athlete, and then it'll be easier for him to drop it. But that was one of his several shanks. Punt. And you feel bad about it because, like, he just seems like a nice guy.
Here's the deal, though. Every team, you got to know your role and you got to perform it. And they spend all day doing this.
Yeah.
And then in the game, this is what happens. And I know it's pressure and all that, but I was not kind to my punter and kicker when they would do things like kick the ball out of bounds on a kickoff or shank a punt. It's like, do your job. Let's go. And so this guy's going to go work on it. You told me this. I didn't know they drafted him.
They did.
And like he's wearing the number. You should not do that if you're wearing that number.
What?
Come on.
He's 16.
Yeah, wow, baby. Dude. Come on. I got a jersey last night. It's in my bag over there. Wow. Pretty cool. It's an orange jersey with
that is pretty
my name
cool.
on it.
That is
and then
cool.
I was wearing it out of the stadium. I totally forgot I had it on. I wore it after they gave it to me. And I was on the field and threw the ball to the fans. And then I was leaving, and a couple Raiders fans were like, they saw me and they're like, hey, and then they're like, oh, hey, Plumber. And they didn't know it was me. And I was like, hey, what's up? And they're like, oh, it was you. And they were all freaking out. But I was like, oh, damn. So I took it off. I kind of forgot that I was still in my.
David, can you throw that picture of him up there or the picture of the ball up there? I know you had a couple of pictures of, well, there's Jake. There's Jake up planting the flag. How was that?
That was cool, man. The stadium was out, all those lights, and like the national anthem, that girl belted it out. It was beautiful.
It was all right. She did a lot of like predictable runs, like the thing.
I just thought her voice sounded good.
It was nice.
She had a nice voice.
Sometimes, like when people do the national anthem, they try to make
it
their own a little bit more.
Yeah,
like just keep it cool, man. Yeah. Just hit the notes and just hit them. But she was nice.
She just had a nice voice. Sounded nice. This was really fun, and this was awesome. I'm always
there's the ball.
Honored to do that. And then I got to go down in the second quarter and sign a ball, and then like I rolled out and threw it up into the stands. And my boy Justin here, who's everybody knows Justin. He's on the TV all the time.
On the right or the middle?
On the right.
Yeah.
Cowboy
he's
hat.
Down there. He's like right on the.
He's one of the best fans you can find.
He's a cool dude.
Been around for a long time. Good guy, good friend. And so he had a picture. He sent this to me of the guy who caught my throw. So it was like my kids were wondering, I wonder who caught your ball, Dad. And I was like, well, here it is. He caught the ball. So that's pretty cool.
Well, I know you said you're going to try to hit it up in the second deck, but
I changed my mind.
It was a little further than you thought, though, too.
What? No, I could have done it easily.
Easily? Come on, dude.
With ease.
What?
But I changed my mind because, like, what did the fans want to see? They wanted to see me roll out. I rolled to my left. I rolled to my right. I rolled and threw. And so that's what I felt like doing. And I did it.
Yeah.
And no one can tell me not to.
Well,
it was fun, though. It was definitely an honor to get recognized. And I got a little teary-eyed seeing the highlights and just feeling like the love coming down from the fans. It was cool.
You're a beloved player out there, man. And you put a lot of your heart into that on that field.
And it would go without saying that, I am who I am and what I'm looked at now as this legend because of the guys I played with. Those guys all were so much part of who I was and helped me, be the player I was and the leader that I was. And so, all those guys I played with, when I get to do that, I feel them when I'm down there. That's why I feel those guys coming back and revisiting those memories.
Well, that's what makes you special as a quarterback is that you care about the guys. I'm not saying all the quarterbacks don't, but you've really articulated that and you work hard to do that now to make sure you take care of the guys because, it's not not everybody has the same fate as the quarterback, you know. You played with a lot of guys. Some guys you played with for a year. Some guys you played with for 5 years.
Yeah.
Some guys you played with for one game and never saw him again. I mean, there was a moment of silence in the game before the game for a guy who played for the Cowboys up until a couple of days ago. He committed suicide. Marcus Kneeland, active player, 24 years old, mental health issues, scored a touchdown last week. And clearly people would think, oh, this guy's at the top of the most excited he could ever be in life. Why would he ever be sad about anything? And he was dealing with some demons that overtook him, and he took his own life. And it puts a lot of things in perspective about the game, about the way that guys internalize their pain or express it or don't express it. And it's hard to see that.
It's really hard. Young player, whatever he was going through. And the thing that's tough is it's not really something you bring up when you're on a team, because it's such a strong, like, show no weakness environment. And that's really the sad part, is like he maybe have been, living in this like painful moment for so long, but didn't know or have anybody to share that with. And so really sad. I feel for his family. I feel for the whole organization. And when this stuff happens, it reminds us we're human. And this game that we worship so much on Sundays or Thursday nights or whatever it is, we're all just human. There's still just humans in there with feelings and emotions, and times you got to put your dog down, or you got to deal with your grandma having cancer or something. We're all human dealing with life, and this guy just overtook him, and it's really a sad thing.
Yeah, and so if you're experiencing any pain, if you're hurting, if you want to talk to anybody, reach out to those you love and give one another a hug. And Jake, you and I are going to do a walkthrough on Monday. Is that right?
Sure.
Of next week?
That sounds
one
good.
of those days.
Yeah.
And so we didn't get to all the plays we wanted to get to today. There's a ton of them, but that's our time. And hey, Broncos won again. They're 8-2. First place. Wasn't pretty, but they beat the Raiders. And that's a good thing. He's Jake Plummer. I'm Nate Jackson. See you guys next time.
Peace, love, and mushrooms.
Later.